Alrighty, hello everyone, welcome back to game number 3 of this SpyParty Winter Cup 2026 group stage cast bonanza sort of thing. All 7 matches in this stream. We're on number 3. It's going to be Gent versus Kumakid. Obviously we have Nebula here hosting, and then we have myself casting with Cooper today. Hello.
Hello.
Hello indeed. So, Gent versus Kuma. It's a battle of two pretty evenly matched players, I would say. We have Gent, very consistent, very strong sniper, and generally is just a consistent player. Did very well in the recent SCL 8. But Kumakid is a bit of a blast from the past. We have a very, very strong player back when they were playing about 5 or 6 years ago. I think their last tournament was SCL 6. And they finished very strongly in silver and then managed to reach the final of the tournament position, only just getting beat up by Lagov. So a very strong player in their day, but this is their first tournament in ages, so it's going to be rust against consistency is the narrative for this. Should we go to the draft?
Yep, should be a good game here. We can move on to the draft. So it looks like Gent selected the vanilla venue pool, and Kumakid selected the strawberry venue pool. And so it looks like we have Gent banning Terrace and Kumakid banning Modern. So it should be a pretty straightforward draft. No 5 of 8s, no balcony, just sort of generic 3 of 7, 4 of 8, 4 of 7 SpyParty. So should be pretty good. You can see we have 2 courtyard back to back. We start with courtyard 4 of 7, then move on to courtyard 3 of 7. So that should be interesting to start off the match. But yeah, you notice anything interesting about the draft or just pretty standard?
Yeah, that venue pool, I'm not sure which one it is, but all 3 of 7s is crazy venue pool. Wow. Yeah, only one of them being banned out, Terrace, like you said. So it's one from each pool has been banned. I think generally quite a I think the Winter Cup is sort of a tournament that usually has a lot of different types of venue sets. But other than Courtyard 3 of 7, I think this is quite a standard one. Maybe High Res 3 of 7 is usually 3 of 6, but fairly standard stuff. Yeah, should be interesting. Should we get into it?
Yeah, let's do it.
Alrighty, I believe the first game of the match is Gent spying as Queen on Courtyard 4 of 7. Are you ready?
Yep.
Alrighty, in 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, looks like we are on Queen here. Gonna go ahead and AI control into a empty conversation and plan our next move.
Yeah, Sachi goes, quite a few of them, 3 Harlots so far from Kuma on the Sachis, as most players do on Courtyard. It's the sort of the third soft on mission that everyone gets done other than contact and flirt, so we do step in for our first flirt. It's red test, unfortunately, not the greatest start for Gents, as red test came away, but either way, Courtyard is a small venue, we can get things done fairly quickly. I wouldn't be too worried.
Yeah, kind of a rough start here, just maybe some first game jitters, but we'll see how Gent responds. Looks like we're entering into windows here. Might go for a time ad to make up. Looks like we do. It is a green time ad.
Yeah, Green Tam had mostly off screen as well, so Kuma was guarding the Purloin and the Asset on the other side of the venue as we're going for our first split, 17% across conversation, but doesn't seem like there's too much reaction from Kuma to the time ad, so yeah, decent start so far, just giving us that extra time.
Banana bread.
Yeah, looks like we go for a fake banana bread. And it is a green, and looks like it's a pretty decent time for the banana bread. Kumakid has not low lit anybody yet, and we go for a green purloin.
That's a bit of a curveball. Kuma, oh, there's a chain going as well. This is actually really good for Gen. I think Kuma generally is a bit of a behavioural sniper, so this Purloin might have been missed as we go for a second contact here.
Banana bread.
Real contact coming out. Looks like, is Duke going to take the list? He is going to take the list. That's a DA taking it. We'll see how Kumakid responds on the sniper side.
Doesn't seem like much of a reaction. We were in the chain, so was Wheels. I'm not sure who else was, but not much reaction though, which is either a great sign for the spy or a terrible sign, and we might just be a dead spy walking. So we'll see how Kuma reacts. Just as Lola and Sari. Not too much else though. 2 minutes to play, and already most of the flirt done 2 missions with contacts and Purloin, so we might die for Satchis, but it's hard to tell.
Yeah, not too much of a reaction from Kuma on the sniper, so Gent looks to be in a pretty commanding position in this game if we just stay here and get that guaranteed flirt finish if Kane doesn't leave. And then after that, based on the highlight suspicion, or rather the lack of highlight on us, I think we'd probably be good with statues, but we'll see.
Yeah, it's a bit like the usual question for Courtyard is what is our fourth mission other than statues, but the question here is will we die for statues, which is I don't know. I don't think fingerprints. Or maybe we can if the ambassador puts a lot down. They are putting one on the drink now, so we'll have to get rid of our drink to get that fingerprint. So if we don't get this drink print, we'll have to avoid the fingerprint mission. We could have gone for a bug there, but we didn't. So it's either gonna be statues or a bug. It's gonna be statues.
Yeah, we enter into statue here, get the immediate highlight. You got to think Kuma's gears are turning right now, thinking about, can Queen have done that purloin? We'll see what happens. Over the first inspect, we also pick up a fingerprint on the statue as well. That was we failed the action test rather. We're gonna pick up that last inspect, and we're in mission win countdown. We'll see if Kumakid is gonna snipe us. Does not appear so. We're walking away now, and that is a very clean game after somewhat of a shaky start.
Yep, good one from Gents. Really daring the sniper to shoot so early. Kuma missing the time ad and the purloin. I think was guarding something else at the time. So really just came down to did we think that Gent purloined and Kumakid just didn't know. So and is only willing to take a shot on someone who they pretty much know is a spy. So good stuff from Gent, really forcing it on Kumakid and up 1-0 from the spy side of Courtyard 407.
Yeah, very great turnaround from that early red flirt, getting that green time ad and then a pretty quick green purloin that appeared to be at a pretty advantageous time given the sniper reaction. So really, really strong from Gent to turn that around.
Good stuff. Let's see how Kuma can respond as Rocker in 3, 2, 1, playing game.
We are going to path around here, maybe try to get to our seduction target who's on the other side of the venue. I think we're able to land in conversation across from them. Although there should be some good flirt progress, even if it's a white. Yeah, 32%, not bad. We could do a double white to finish that, but we'll see what Kuma does now.
Yeah, we're sort of wedged in the conversation. If the ambassador comes into this conversation, we might be able to get a cheeky sanding bug, but let's see whether the ambassador's coming over. No, they're not. They're going to windows. But yeah, no time off the start. Unlike Gent, got the good flirt progress. So yeah, just idling for now, seeing what the party's given us. There isn't any statue goes. It should be a bit unfortunate for Kuma, because he want on a venue like Courtyard, you want the AIs to be doing things and really taking the sniper's attention. But we do go over to this conversation to try and flirt, but unfortunately, it's all full.
Yeah, sort of the classic courtyard path there, heading to a conversation, then realizing that you can't enter and having to land at the window. But now we enter in and get a green test flirt that brings us up to 80. So good positioning on the flirt, but we'll see what Kuma does next. Got to get those statues at some point, unless he has a different game plan.
Yep. Double agent also walking over to that conversation. Might be going to chase. Yes, we do. And the ST's here. This is a very valuable conversation for us with both the ST and the double agent in there. We can take the contact quickly. Few low lights, including Damon. That's very important. We do highlight for real though. So that's 6 real highlights. No one else at statues. So Gent's in a pretty good spot here. If we go to statues, we're automatically going to be one of the top sources because Gent knows who has real contact in this party.
Yeah, very sharp from Gent there to highlight the reel. Looks like Amba is still at that statue, so kind of a hot mission site there. We'll see what Kuma does now, sort of just still idling. Only one of the real highlights has left a conversation thus far.
Here comes a purloin, green test, important. And it's going to go to someone else who has real contact as well. I think Teal probably. Oh no, it's not. It's going to go over to the ambassador. No, not the ambassador. The SDA. Gent
Looks like we
safety
get
up
a
on someone.
brief safety off on Teal there. The list is gone. We'll see what Gent does. Laser is still.
Could be a shot on Oprah. Oprah is finishing statues and also has real contact. Gent doesn't know. The laser shakes. Oprah going for a briefcase is doing every mission under the sun, but Gent sure that, or at least doesn't think Oprah's purloined, but I think we don't know who's purloined really.
I think we
Yeah,
have a
just take
ton of
focus on
top
Opera.
suspects. Second safety off on a different guest. This looks like we'd probably be good if we went to statues, but I don't know if Kuma knows that.
We'll just be waiting for a sieve shot. Oprah talking conversation over there. Stop talks. It looks like they're flirting, but Gent holding for now. I think it's just gonna be hoping for a sieve shot here.
10 seconds left now. Not sure how we would finish here unless
A
we go
bug?
for a bug. It's a double walking bug. Oh, but we bounce off a little bit and we don't get it into statues. Not enough time. It's going to be a timeout. That was almost such a good double walking bug, but we got unfortunately bounced backwards.
Yeah, I think the fact that we didn't get shot for it meant we probably got away with it. It just got so unfortunate that we got bounced away, and we really wanted to. I think Gent really did want to shoot Oprah at the end. So maybe if we went statues early, we might have got away with it. A bit like Gent's game, sort of daring the sniper to shoot, but in this case, that daring shot was not forced, and yeah, Kuma down 2-0 off the bats, but again, we go into more courtyard, but this time the more behavioural courtyard. It's 37 courtyard, so the one where you really have to tap into who is flirting with who, and it's a bit more punishing on the sniper if you're not catching all those small things. So let's see how it goes. Gent as Disney, are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Yeah, very brutal finish there for Kuma. Hopefully not too shaken up by that. Like you said, we are transitioning into 3 of 7 courtyards, so a bit of a quicker pace. Looks like we are going to start on the statues. So, the name of the game here will be if Kuma can. Oh, we actually go for a white swap as
It's
well.
gonna be a rush. I like
Gent is full
this.
rushing.
This is the sort of thing you should do against Kumakid on 307 venue. We're in Mission Win Cannon already. Does Kuma have the statues memorized? 5 seconds. Doesn't look like it. It's a very impressive rush there from Gent. 3-0. What a strong start.
Yeah, just a perfect timing for a rush there. Like you said, Kumakid still a little bit rusty. Last game was probably still in his head. Gent just takes advantage of that and goes for an immediate inspect swap into contact rush, and it gets away with it.
Yep. Great stuff. We've got the highlights. So we were at the statues, but we're just not expecting a swap like that so early. And then immediately again the contact off the bat. Giving up quite a lot of low lights, but it's distracting for something, that swap, but Kuma doesn't cotton onto it. So great stuff there from Gent. 3-0 is now the score. Kumakid stepping into the spy side as Rocker again. All right, let's
Looks
see.
like we are going to redeem ourselves here as Rocker.
Or at least attempt to. In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Maybe some mind games here, I don't know. But Rocker is, I think, a pretty good spy for Courtyard. Sort of blends in a bit with the colour palette, with the yellowness, and yeah, I think not too bad of a spy.
Not at all. Looks like our ST sort of had some unfortunate pathing into windows, so we don't get to pick up the early flirt. We do take an innocent drink instead. We'll see where our ST lands here and probably join them. Unfortunately,
Windows
they go
are
back to a window.
a bit of a difficult place. We could maybe go for a bug here, but we instead go in next to the ambassador and very obviously to the sniper show that we are not bugging. We have a drink in our hand. Very, unless you're Thabsies, you're not bugging there. So um, yeah, good stuff. Gonna get pick up a difficult briefcase as well. Maybe hit the green here. Yep, we do.
We do hit the green. That's very good to make up for not having an early flirt. Looks like we are going to step in with the ST now. Hopefully get a green flirt here. Fortunately, it's a white, so that'll be 34%. But we do have that difficult fingerprint in our pocket. But this is 3 of 7 courtyard, so we do need to sort of pick up the pace here a little bit.
Yeah, we do. Only 1 minute 25 to go. That difficult print does open ourselves up for a potential silent game if the ambassador puts a fingerprint on the statues, but contact on this venue is just so strong with how many conversations there are and just not many other pads for the AI to go to. So let's see how the avenue is. We're going to go for fake contact. Drop gives off 4 low lights, and again the real BB highlights coming off from Gent onto Teal, Kane, Sari, and Wheel. So good fake.
Yeah, maybe Gent or Kumakid noticed that Gent was taking highlights for real, so maybe playing into that a little bit. Looks like we are going to go over here next to the briefcase and presumably finish up. Looks like Teal's going to steal our briefcase, so we won't get it here. But Amba is importantly at a statue, so we could finish there. Teal is safetied off on. This could be a Civ shot.
Yeah, I think you just need Teal to go and do something else, like not bulk the ambassador there as we are watching it. We're going to go in for that second briefcase for our other fingerprint, but we have just got so much else to do. We've got flirt, got contact. Double green briefcase is very good.
Yeah,
Just
interesting that they're going for the briefcase and not the statues. Not sure how they're going to finish 3 missions here with only 6 seconds left. Looks like we're going to go for a time ad. It's white, but it doesn't matter. Kane gets
wow.
shot.
Wow, the time ad sort of. Usually a time ad is death in this situation, but because of the timing of that contact and Gent was basically lining up a shot the because the game was still going after the 0 second mark, we just thought it was going into overtime and took the shot onto Kane. So bit fortunate for Kuma, but yeah, understandable based on what Kane had done, I think. But we just needed to be aware of who was at Windows and potentially time adding at the end there. But either way, Kuma getting on the board.
Yeah, that is a big win for Kuma there to come away from the double courtyard, kind of double courtyard, with something. I was almost 4 SPY wins there, but like we said, Kuma got a little bit unlucky on that double walking bug bounce. But yeah, pretty interesting courtyard games.
Yep. But important for Kuma to get on the board there, I think. Being down 4-0 would have given himself an absolute mountain to climb. But 3-1 is better than 4-1. Sorry, 4-0 even. I can count, just about. Anyway, into gallery. Let's see if the momentum is back in Kuma's hands as Gent now spying his tapped. Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Got a fast SPY here. Gonna be able to traverse gallery very nicely. Looks like our ST is nice enough to wait for us in this empty conversation. We pick up the first flirt for 34% and immediately bail.
Yep, good start. Need to. Ooh, that's a behavioural highlight that you like to see from Kuma. Just catching the flirt and then leave. We are probably a dead spy walking, to be honest. That sort of thing is uh, not gonna. It's gonna make Kuma want to tunnel us, especially if we go back with the second flirt now. We don't know. Go into the bookcase.
Yeah, you gotta assume that this one is gonna be extremely hard to win for Gent. Like you said, Kuma's behavioral side showing there. Very strong early highlight. Looks like we're gonna take the book out of blue bookcase. We'll see where we go. Maybe trying to match up with our seduction target, but she goes to statues.
One fortunate thing here for Gent is that there are a lot of statue highlights in this party, which makes us blend in a bit more. So that early highlight onto us is going to be less meaningful, I think. But I don't think Gent knows his highlight though. I think it's the sort of thing that you wouldn't expect to be a highlight for. So we'll see how it goes as we go in for that second flirt. Probably painted bad. No, Iris goes away.
Gonna head into the conversation here and pick up a far flirt, presumably. It's gonna be green. That gets us up to 60. We will need a green, a close green to finish that off. 2 minutes
Yeah,
and 25 seconds here.
at least you have decent progress on Blurper Gallery. It's one of those venues where it's very hard. Well, it's much harder to get those soft tails done, but we do BB split into the green box. This is a direct transfer. We don't get low lit for the split, and if Kuma knows where this book is from, this is going to be a transfer. Or shot for transfer even.
Yeah, we'll see.
Yep.
And it looks like Kuma does know. Like you said, I think that early highlight really doomed gentleman there. Don't think Kuma's ever going to forget where that book came from. And it's a good shot.
Yep. Excellent stuff. Picking up the early sus for the flirt and leave. And it's back 3-2. Kuma now spying as Irish. Let's see if they can tie it up. Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Early time ad?
Yeah.
Yes.
Very early timeout. Looks like we're going to get a white timeout here and then bail out. The gentleman is completely zoomed in, just zoomed out, and we do get the highlight. Us and Wheels, the only 2 people outside. This one will probably be a short game.
Yep. the story of the early highlights on gallery, and this one is also being accompanied by a lot of lowlights, and maybe Kuma can tell potentially that there are a lot of lowlights. There's very little avenues for us to win this game. I think we're just gonna have to try and frame wheels somehow. But we probably don't even know that wheels is the other source of the time ad. So yeah, we are pretty much a death by walking. So let's see how Kuma can maybe get away with it.
Yeah, I'm very interested to see what Kumakid tries here. Gotta think it's pretty hard for them to know the situation. So maybe they won't play super respectful, but maybe they do have a better grasp on the highlight low light situation, and maybe we will sort of try to incorporate wheels into some framing.
Mhm. Indeed, as we go back in for a second flirt, back in the exact same spot in the conversation as we were before, as we get the second flirt, and we are safetying off on Irish probably because of that reason. We're back in the same spot as we were before, and we're talking. So, um, Gent just obviously doesn't want to misshoot for something like this, so just holding for now, just waiting for more confirmation that they think that who the spy is a spy. That makes sense. You're going for statues.
I don't think Kuma knows sort of the situation here. I think Kuma is just playing with their extra time and trying to, blend into the party. Unfortunately for them, the party is essentially, half of a party, even less than that. Looks like we're gonna stand here next to the Amba, maybe get a bug on the way out. Don't go for it.
Yeah, wasn't really enough cover for that, I don't think. But our SC back into statues. We could go and get the flirt across, but we don't. Just chilling at painting pads for now. 2 minute 26 to play. We don't not have time to get this flirt though. We're going back into into the same set actually though. So I think Gent might be where these are the same set, but we're definitely being looked at as well.
Yeah, we definitely know that Amba just left a print on the other set of statues, so maybe we might try to look for a fingerprint and then get sort of a nice finish on that statue. But looks like we head towards the Amba and towards the double agent. Step into green books here.
Yeah, again, walking by the ambassador and very clearly not bugging. So a bit of plus behaviour points for that, I guess. But again, the parties are so narrowed down. There's so little for us to do here. Um, you can also sort of tell that the laser is so still. So maybe Kuma is reading into that and thinking that
Banana bread.
this party is rough for them, but more lowlights for the BB. But importantly, Wheels is in, so we sort of that's a plus, I guess.
Yep, wheels is in, so we don't. Oh, looks like we're gonna
Ooh.
attempt a bug there, and it's on screen, and Jen's gonna see that and take the shot.
Yeah, I mean it's a nice attempt, but we just bounced the ambassador away from where we were going because he stepped on the pad, so it wasn't going to pay off, unfortunately. But I like the idea though because we have decent cover. Um, yeah, good shot from Gent and 4-2 snipers splitting a gallery.
Yeah, just both games sort of kind of doomed from the start there, with snipers catching on to subtle things early.
Indeed. As we go into, I believe, 3 of 7 pub, so the standard version of pub that we see in most tournaments now. We have Gent spying as Wheels. Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Who picked the 3 of 7? What do you call it?
Kuma did.
Kumakid. Yeah, that makes sense. Yeah, the 3 of X venues are more leaning into their style of sniper, I think. So this is probably. I mean, to be fair, Jen also is a pub enjoyer. I've been scolded on cast in the past when I've said that pub is a terrible venue, which it is. But Jen does like pubs, so maybe not as a big a swing in Kuma's favour as we thought. But Jen just idling that in this conversation for now.
Yeah, interesting to see what we'll do here. This time goes really fast on pub, so definitely gonna have some ground to make up here. But we do have a few early statue goers that are picking up highlights, so maybe we could play off that.
Yeah, I kind of wanted our ST to join the conversation with us, but just idling for now. We've got quite a lot of highlights for statues, I think. Oh no, we're what? Okay, this is very weird highlighting system.
And the end of red.
And not sure I understand what that was for. Looks like we go for another fake contact. It's gonna let off a lot of lowlights, a few statue goers as well. It does give Irish real BB, I believe. She does have statues and contact and is holding a drink. Looks like we're gonna step in here with Queen to pick up our first flirt.
This is such a weird highlighting system. We have. Oh, we go for a double walking, but we're dead. Yeah.
Yeah, sort of very awkward there with wheels. We attempted up a walking bug and just sort of flail out into nowhere, unfortunately, and our shot soon after.
Yeah, the ambassador just was looking like they were taking a path away, and it would have been quite a nice bug, but then just juked us and went back into the conversation. So we just ended up bugging the air, and good catch from Kuma, and had the party so narrowed down from what was very little. I'm not really sure how, but either way, it worked for them, and we are back at 4-3. So looking at Kuma spying for a tie.
Yep.
As Teal in 3, 2, 1, playing it. Bug?
Looks like we
Oh,
no bug coming out. I kind of would have liked that, but there wasn't much. There weren't many people behind us, so it might have been sort of easy to see. Like we're gonna start at bar here. So is our seduction target. Oh, we just bail quickly.
that was illegal, but probably not caught. It's sort of the animation for either demanding or requesting a drink is often missed at bars. You just like if you're a sniper, you're just memorizing who was there. So this is probably fine. But we do want to get out over to this conversation with Oprah, but they leave. So fairly slow start.
Yeah, looks like our seduction target has settled into a conversation. Maybe we'll join them. Looks like we might join the DA instead. We go for the briefcase, actually.
Yeah, looking like another fingerprint game, like we saw on the last 3 of 7 venue on Courtyard. We do hit. It's just a straight print. We do walk over Damon, which is not great if you're versing a pattern sniper, but I'm not sure if Gent really cares about that. So print, no flirt. Oh, safety ups on someone though.
Appears to be Oprah as she walks back into the bar. Not sure exactly what it's for, but something to keep an eye on.
Yeah, it's hard to know. Kuma really knows if Oprah is a top sus, but Oprah going back into statues though, so maybe a bit less sus. We're going twice, but we do try and chase the SU leaves. It's unfortunate.
Sort of a similar game to what we saw last game. Not much progress and not much time. So we'll see if we sort of have something like another desperation bug attempt or if Kuma has something else in mind. Still have that one fingerprint to play. Looks like Oprah just picked up a briefcase. That might be really good for Kuma here.
Yeah, I'm not sure if they also have prints as well, other than this briefcase and a statue, but it's definitely the frame target if Kuma knows that. But it is looking like it's going to be a timeout and potentially a frame, but just might hope to contact and hope someone else dies instead.
And the end of red.
Do
Yeah,
fake. What's that, Oprah?
yeah. Unfortunately, Oprah decided to go back into the bar, so not able to get her into a. Oh, looks like we get a little camera shake there. Not sure what it's for.
I
Kuma
think
steps
there's
in.
4 real BBs and General also is in there with statues, so we're holding on General Flirt. I think that's what the reaction is from Gen on Sniper.
I see. Well, 15 seconds left here, and we certainly cannot complete missions unless we time add.
Yeah, it's gonna be a time ad. The only thing that can hang the clock is going. Oh, it's not. It's gonna be a shot on Duke.
Oh my goodness. So Duke just gets blasted at bar with 5 seconds left.
Let's have a look
Looks
back, see
like
what for.
it appears that the Amba just went to the bar, so it looks like Duke was finishing up fingerprint with that drink take, but Duke took the drink at about 5 seconds left, and we just immediately shoot him instead of waiting for overtime, maybe.
Yeah, I think we could have waited for overtime. I was looking to see what else Duke had. Yeah, statue. So it's a statue for Duke. And then I'm going to assume because he had fake contact, they weren't credited real BB, and then picked up a briefcase near the end, and then went in for the fingerprint at the end. So we could have. It is in terms of mission counting, it's a good shot because he has inspects, prints, and credited flirt. So we had missions on Duke. It's just we could have waited for the overtime beeps to to basically make sure that that shot was correct. But in the end, it wasn't, and Kuma is back on level terms at 4-4.
Yeah, big break there for Kumakid, and now we have a tie game. So very interesting. We'll see what happens as we head into ballroom.
Yep, Ballroom, Gent spying as Sari in 3-2-1, playing it.
I think we're going to stop at windows here and immediately time ad. It's a green time ad. There are a few other people at windows. I think we're going to bail
Yeah.
out here. That's a very strong start, if not
Mhm.
God.
Yeah, that's a really good time for the timer because there's a lot of people at both windows and mission site to remember for the sniper. So that is an excellent time to do a time ad and hit the green as well, which is even better. So excellent start for Gent. Pretty much a free extra 45 seconds, I would think, and heading into side statues for some other software progress.
Yeah, we are going to pick up the highlight, presumably. Yeah, we pick up the highlight for the statues, but like you said, a very strong start here. We do step into the seduction target as well, so gonna get a nice flirt. It is green, so two statues in the pocket and half the flirt done with a ton of time left here on ballroom. Very good start.
Indeed, we do have pretty good conversations for a contact, but the SDA's out, and we decide to bail as well. Probably heading over to the double agent conversation. Could also go for a bug here. No, we just saddle up next to the ambassador in an innocent conversation.
Sorry, very strong walking bug, but as a highlight, that definitely gets diminished a bit. Looks like we're gonna go for another fake BB here. A lot of fake BBs this set. We are safetied off
Why?
on.
Why? Maybe time ad? I don't know, but that's just what are we. Why? It was
It
fake
just
contact,
has to
Kuma.
be. Wow.
Okay.
Kuma very strong here on the sniper side. We are very suspicious. We do pick up the second flirt though and finish it, but that safety off certainly does not spell good for gentlemen.
Maybe we were thinking it was such a strong game, and Kuma was just like, nah, I think I know the spy is. Oh, no, but look. Okay. Okay.
Kuma
Back to a highlight.
Kuma playing with his food here a bit. We'll see what Gentleman does. Looks like we're going to step into the same statue set on the other side to finish it. I can't imagine we're going to live too much longer.
Yeah, I wonder if Kuma knows that we have fake. He's definitely looking for swap. Gonna go for a fingerprint in the briefcase. We are obligated to go for this, but we ignore it. Oh, never mind. The ambassador's too close. Never mind. Ignore me.
Yeah, instead we go right into statues, maybe aiming for a swap here. We do. It is a green swap, so not going to be dead immediately. We'll see how Kumakid responds on the sniper.
Yep. Gonna dip into this conversation and get the contact as well. Immediately, white contact. Disney goes for the swap. Just gonna get shot. Yep.
Shot immediately before the swap even comes off. Gotta presume it was for the time ad. That was a very strange safety off for anything else.
Yeah,
Well,
we get the statues, we get highlight, and then we go into flirt, and then walk away again. I think it was time ad. I mean, it's the only thing that I can think of, really. Maybe we're just for flirting with Zeke, but it was our first flirt with them, so I have to assume time out on that. But either way, very, very strong shot for Kumakid, and they find themselves up again now, 5-4, spying for a lead in the set as Irish. Are you ready?
yep, yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Oh,
Oh my gosh, Kuma's gonna stop immediately, and
no,
White
we're
has
dead.
Purloin.
Oh no.
We're
Yep,
I am. We're
that's how that
immediately dead.
happened.
Wow. I honestly respect it. You have to take those chances when you get them. Unfortunately, we do hit the white test, so we die immediately, but I see the vision. I respect the play a lot.
Yeah, like a green there is maybe game winning, and a white is death because nah, just put a line for you really in a nutshell. Especially when you're doing it in the middle of a venue, not on a pad, totally illegally. But you
Yeah,
gotta respect
that
it.
yeah, you do respect it. I think Kuma's just, trying to play aggressive and sort of turn the tide back, but we are punished for it.
We are indeed as we head into the final venue of the sets. High rise 3 of 7 with microfilm off. 5 to 5. It's very tense. We have Gent spying as Salmon. Are you ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it.
Very excited to see these two games. Bit of a different high rise than what we normally see. Gonna open up a lot more for the spy side. Step into the conversation and get a early flirt for 32%.
Yeah, two close whites will do it from here. But yeah, just watching the party, see where the ambassador is, where Toby is. We've got Prince on blue box for us to maybe get. We have Disney finishing statues, which could be a potential good frame. As we maybe not, as we do an early contact.
And the end of red.
Yeah, looks like we're gonna knock out Disney immediately. Also, sorry, low lit as well. But we do get that contact in our pocket, and we still have our flirt coming up here shortly if Taft doesn't leave. So not a bad start, but definitely would have liked to see Disney kept in.
Yeah, it's not a bad. As Tap leaves, it's not a bad contact. We give basically the entire party real contact, and we trade it off for that, knocking out Disney. So it's not terrible. Um, but we are gonna go in for a fingerprint, I believe, at this blue bookcase.
Yeah, a lot of book activity early, but transfer is the only mission that is off, but we will pick up that fingerprint. There's a briefcase right next to us if we do want to just finish the mission here.
Oh, we're obligated as well. So if we didn't take this briefcase, we would be even more sus. We did get highlight for it. This is a really nice way to finish prints. Like we have to take that. We're not the spy.
Yeah, it's sort of like, when you get a print after Amba at bar and then the briefcase is just right next to you. It's sort of like, well, I don't have any other option, so.
Yeah. The short path in this conversation is not great though. The positioning I don't think Kuma will like as we talk as well. Cross conversation. White tests with Taft 56%. So I mean, we need greens to win. I'm not sure green across conversation will actually be enough. So we might have to go and chase as we do walk through Kane away into the other conversation.
Yeah, not sure exactly what's going on in Kuma's head, but you gotta think that they are keeping a close eye on Gentleman's flirt progress here.
Yeah, as we were highlight 4 prints. We got the windows. Very obviously not flirting. Kuma is holding because they don't think Salmon is done with flirt, which is the case. So will they take the shot for it? That is the question.
We're probably going to try to wiggle up next to Taft now.
Here we
We
go.
do.
You're looking for
Will
Purloin on Sari. We hit the white test for 90%. I really...
Very unfortunate.
We're not shot for it either. Green would have won the game.
Yeah, Kuma was
But
Oh!
never mind. Never mind.
And Alice gets shot anyway! We might as well have hit the green. Oh my goodness.
I'm not even sure what for, but... Wow. Let's go back and see. So we have obviously real BB, probably flirt, maybe just creative bug at the end, perhaps.
Yeah, looks like we were next to the ambassador at a bookshelf earlier. Maybe Alice was credited with a bug. Not sure what else the shot would be for. No hardtails showing.
Yeah, I really am not sure. It's very clearly not a bug right at the end with the ambassador, so maybe credited one bit earlier. I can't tell.
Yeah,
Maybe
and
just a behavioral shot.
it's not as if we had just talked either and Kuma was worried about a flirt mission when countdown. We just take a bullet while walking
Yeah.
towards the bookshelf.
All right. Big break for Gent, and if they start this game, they will win the set. As we play, Skuma is playing as Boots once again. Microfilm off as the only mission. You ready?
Yep.
In 3, 2, 1, playing it. Big spy game for Kuma to start off at green box.
Yeah,
Innocently.
still that microfilm off. We do sort of wiggle a little bit, but we end in the books. Our seduction target is outside in windows. We're actually going to take the book away after a few cycles. Trying to maybe meet our ST at that painting pad, but does not land there.
Yeah, just idling for now. Letting the rest of the party get some suspicion. Ambassador left a print on the drink. A few highlights are getting those prints, so we are definitely not in the pool of sus, I don't think, with this innocent book and not even flirting with anyone.
Yeah, it looks like we tried to sort of meet Salmon once again in this conversation, but Salmon hit us with a pump fake and went to bookshelf. So not very lucky for Kumakid here to start. Still have that innocent book in hand and a lot of mission progress left to get.
Yeah, could go for a print here if he wanted to, but now we go in next to the ST, get that float progress. 2 minutes 10 to play. If we hit the screen here, we're in an okay spot, but a white test would be a bit worried about our progress. We do get the white test, so not great. But 2 minutes to play in high rise, small venue. Maybe we can make it work as the double agent joins us.
Looks like we're going to leave the conversation actually and head over towards the ambassador. We actually go for a wrong arm bug going into the conversation, probably
Wow.
extremely hidden, but most likely credited. We'll see how Gent reacts. We're not going to pick up the immediate highlight, so maybe we got away with it. Maybe the book in hand sort of
Yeah.
deterred gentlemen from thinking they bugged. Maybe didn't consider a wrong arm bug there, but wow, we pick up a bug and all of a sudden this game looks a lot better than it did.
Yeah, it's such a cheeky bug as well. Like the path is so unexpected. Like just going around the back like that. I'm completely hidden, but it could be credited. But we do smush in the conversation here. We have flirt, white test, so a close white and a real contact will probably be the win. I don't think this bug is particularly credited by Gent. He's got all the highlights that he's caring about. We'll see how it goes as the double agent is currently out and they need to be in conversation for us to um, get the win, I think. Unless we put this book back and do statues or something.
Yeah, it looks like we are going to leave. Staying there would have put us at flirt cooldown at about 25, 30 seconds left, but putting the book away gives us all options. Looks like the double agent does enter in the conversation with our ST, so we might be able to do the two missions at once, although there's not much room to enter the conversation.
We need to hit. Oh, they leave as well. That's not great.
Yeah, it doesn't look like contact's going to be an option here, but we are going to enter in to pick up that flirt and maybe go for a purloin.
Green test flirt done. Where's Seat going? Where's he going? Windows. What a bait. Sorry, rejects. Gonna have to be a Purloin with 10 seconds to play.
Yeah, we do have a chain going, which is good. We'll see if we hit the green. We do hit the green.
Okay.
So it's going to go into pending.
This is Ozil. Sorry. What's the reaction?
It's,
Salmon takes.
Salmon takes the list, and it's a highlight. And
Irish.
Irish gets shot!
I don't
Kuma!
know. Yeah. What a play. That bug is
Wow.
so good.
Double sieve shot on the last venue to tie the set. What an interesting set of games here. Sieves
Yeah.
are getting blasted every which way.
I think Gent just had too many sauces. Like half the party's highlight. He's not sure who he's purloining and just generally is overwhelmed. I think in this party, which might be why the bug is also missed and not credited. But either way, it was down to Ozil Sari at the end. The bullet comes off onto Irish, and that means Kuma has tied up again, 6-6, and that's how it will finish. So I think two favourites for this group tying it out on the first game of the group. I think we'll probably see them potentially in later rounds as well. But an okay start for both of them, I think.
Yeah, very awesome set. Not sure what was going to happen at so many different points in this set. And, the snipers seem to definitely been on some different pages and a lot of civs got blasted, but overall it was a very fun set.
Yep. Gent going up 3-0, and then Kuma coming back, and then Gent going ahead again in the final venue, and then Kuma coming back again with that spy win at the end. So good determination from Kuma to stay in it, and generally some good spy buddies. So good stuff. And we might have a quick break. I'm not really sure for our next game, but I think it will be Grash versus Hyper. And yeah, we'll see you
Yeah.
soon.
Yeah, I think Asa will be joining you next in the casting booth, but I will take my leave. But yeah, it's a great set. GG's.